Very good afternoon. This is the midday news on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Ashwarya with you, and these are the headlines. Rajya Sabha bids farewell to 5 retiring MPs from Tamil Nadu, including D. Rajya and V. Maitrayan. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu, Leader of Opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad, Lord members appreciate their contribution. Retiring members recall their experiences. Defence Minister says there is no question of mediation on Kashmir. Cites a Shimla agreement in the Lok Sabha. Congress stages a walkout, demands Prime Minister's response on the matter. IMF projects a 7% GDP growth for India in 2019, 7.2% in 2020. Says India will remain fastest growing economy of the world. "40 terror groups were operating within Pakistan," Prime Minister Imran Khan tells United States lawmakers. Says successive governments did not tell the truth to the people. And Boris Johnson to take over as UK's next Prime Minister today, promises to deliver Brexit and unite Britain. Outgoing Prime Minister Theresa May extends support. First up, news on the budget session of Parliament, and Rajya Sabha today bid farewell to 5 MPs. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu lauded the members from Tamil Nadu who are retiring today. He said that the House will miss their vivacious, aggressive and progressive action. Now, the members who are retiring are D. Rajya, K.R. Arjunan, Dr. R. Lakshmanan, T. Rathnavale and Dr. V. Maitrayan.
Honorable members, 5 of our colleagues, Dr. V. Maitrayan, Sri D. Raja, Sri K.R. Arjunan, Dr. R. Lakshmanan, Sri T. Rathnavale, representing the state of Tamil Nadu, are retiring today, that is 24th of July 2019, on completion of their term of office. The retiring members have contributed significantly to the deliberations of this House and the parliamentary committees. And in the process to nurturing and strengthening our parliamentary democracy and in enhancing the dignity and prestige of this august House, I place on record my heartfelt appreciation for the valuable contributions and service rendered by them to our democracy and to the society at large. The House will certainly miss their vivacious, sometimes aggressive, progressive presence and their unwavering commitment to the issues pertaining to the state of Tamil Nadu and also to the national issues of importance. I wish the retiring members good health, happiness and many more years of service to the nation.
Leader of Opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad said that he will miss many of these members, especially D. Rajya. Leader of the House Thawar Chand Gehlot recalled his association with D. Rajya and Dr. V. Maitrayan. An outgoing AIA-DMK MP V. Maitrayan broke down while giving his farewell speech. He also remembered the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu Jayalalitha and thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In his farewell speech, D. Rajya recalled the contribution of communist MPs. He said that he will continue to work for the people. And K.R. Arjunan thanked Jayalalitha, Venkaiah Naidu, Harivansh, Arun Jaitley and all the Rajya Sabha members. And R. Lakshmanan said that the Parliament gave him the opportunity to serve the people. He wished a speedy recovery to Arun Jaitley as well. And Manoj Jha of the RJD said that he has learnt a lot from these members. Navneet Krishnan of the AIDMK said that the farewell of these MPs are a great loss to the House.
We have 5 members of the Parliament from Rajya Sabha from the southern part of the country retiring today. Well, few of them I know personally, and the others I know mostly through their political party. Sir, in this house we have few members of the parliament who have a different expertise, which most of us, including me, we do not have. I wish all my colleagues from the southern part of the country well, and while they are doing, definitely they will serve their people in their different capacities, maybe in the capacity of office bearer or doctors or whichever opportunity they are being provided.
इन सबों ने अपना जीवन जन सेवा के लिए समर्पित किया है। देश हित में और जनता के हित में लगातार अनेक वर्षों से ये प्रयास करते रहे हैं। मैं इनके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करते हुए अपेक्षा करता हूँ और उम्मीद भी करता हूँ कि ये फिर से हम लोगों के बीच में आएंगे और जनसेवा और देश सेवा में अपना योगदान देते रहेंगे। मेरी हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
In Rajya Sabha, I will be retiring. It is sunset time for me as far as Parliament is concerned. At this juncture, I place on record my deep sense of gratitude to my beloved leader, Rajya Amma, for having reposed immense faith in me and sending me to this house for 3 terms.
Certain unfinished tasks are there before the Parliament. Both houses will have to think over. Parliament, Rajya Sabha, we passed Women Reservation Bill, but why it cannot be passed now? I did speak on many times on Sri Lankan Tamils, but their issues are yet to be addressed. Similar issues are there, and India can be a global player, and it can play a tremendous role in shaping the political course of the world if India stands committed to its basic values enshrined in the Constitution. I wish the Parliament will rise above all levels. I thank everybody, sir.
My colleague members of the Parliament, with special thanks to my party MPs whose continuous encouragement and support have helped to fruitfully complete the term of the office. I hope in my tenure I have made my Honorable Purchitalavi Amma. Thank you all for your cooperation, sir. Thank you.
Parliament gave me the best opportunity to serve everyone who has shaped my life, sir. So I came here with empty hand, and I'm going out with empty hand. But in between, I got the richest experience and tremendous satisfaction in my life, sir. I am ever grateful and indebted to my beloved leader, Honorable Purchitalavi Amma, who made me the member of this august house, sir.
Our 5 members are retiring. It is really a great loss to state of Tamil Nadu, including the Rajya selected by Honorable Amma. Because I wanted to record it.
Got him elected, not
right? Elected, whatever it is. So now our brother Dr. Maitreyan, our brother Rathinavelu, Dr. Lakshaman, Arjunan and Rajya are valuable asset to this house, asset to Tamil Nadu, and the whole nation, especially the state of Tamil Nadu, acknowledges their services to the state of Tamil Nadu.
Parting is always painful, sir. And today we are bidding farewell to some of our close associates who have been our colleagues in this august house. Sir, much can be said about each and every one, but considering the time, sir, first I would like to say about Mr. D. Rajya, who represented the Communist Party of India, and he was a true representative of the last man in this country, and that to the working class. And apart from that, all the issues that were discussed in this house, as the leader of opposition said here, his part was very remarkable.
A farewell is a very difficult occasion. Yet on behalf of my party, I can say with conviction that all the members who are retiring, they have fared very well. I've learned a lot from all of them. I don't know how many of us know, Maitreyan is a very good singer. Anytime you pass through the Central Hall, he'll sing Hindi songs. And for a moment, I never thought that a Tamilian could be such versatile with Hindi songs. And all other members from Tamil Nadu who are retiring, I have learnt from all of you how to press for your cause. And I've seen the distinction between DMK and AIDMK gets blurred when it is a state's cause.
Meanwhile, several key bills are listed in today's agenda in the Rajya Sabha in the second half. The House will today discuss the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. A bill to amend the POCSO Act by including death penalty for aggravated sexual assault on children is going to be discussed. The bill provides stringent punishments for other crimes against minors, and it was moved by Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani on Tuesday. The minister expressed hope that a productive discussion in the House on the proposed amendments will strengthen the government's resolve to provide more legal and administrative protection to the children of our country. Meanwhile, other than that, the government is also expected to introduce the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Amendment Bill 2019 in Rajya Sabha. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will introduce the bill that aims to further amend the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. And Jitendra Singh will move the Right to Information Amendment Bill 2019, which amends the Right to Information Act 2005. The bill will be moved for consideration and passing. The bill was passed by the Lok Sabha on Monday. All right, Panchanan Mishra, our colleague, is now joining us live from Parliament. A very good afternoon, Panchanan. Panchanan, today we saw Rajya Sabha bidding farewell to 5 retiring MPs from Tamil Nadu, including D. Raja, V. Maitrayan. And during, the question hour also we saw, important issues were raised. In the post-lunch session, what do we expect?
Yes, Aishwarya, in the beginning, when the House begins at 11, especially in Rajya Sabha, there was a farewell, and as we know that 5 of the members who are retiring today, 4 from the AIDMK and 1 Mr. D. Raja, who is from CPI, they all are retiring today, and House gave the farewell to all of them, and starting from the leader of opposition, the leader of House also, and various members spoke about their contribution to the House, and also the members also spoke, and we saw also that there was a moment when members became emotional while they are retiring today. And their contribution to House was also lauded by chairman. So this was the emotional moment in the Rajya Sabha, and then after there was a smooth question hour. And today we know that it's the second last day of this week of government business. So 2 important bills are listed in this afternoon, and one is that related to POCSO bill, which is presented by yesterday, introduced by Smriti Irani, who is a Women and Child Welfare Minister. So we are going to now see that there will be a discussion on this very important bill. There is a provision to penal provision against the persons who are doing sexual violence against the children, and also an important bill which is related to RTI amendment bill, which will also come up for the discussion, and opposition has raised certain their reservations in this bill regarding the chairmanship. So we have to see that what type of debate there will be, but certainly the 2 important bills are listed in this afternoon, in this post-lunch session.
All right. Stay with us. We'll just come back to you, Panchanan. And Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today denied the claims of Prime Minister Modi's discussion about mediation for Kashmir with the US President Donald Trump in Japan recently. He said that mediation on the Kashmir issue is ruled out as it is a question of national pride for India. Rajnath Singh also informed the House that External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar was in fact present at the Donald Trump Prime Minister Modi meeting, and hence with External Affairs Minister's earlier statement is the most authentic one. However, opposition staged a walkout, and they have been demanding statement from the Prime Minister himself.
कांग्रेस संसदीय दल के नेता ने यहां पर आश्वस्त किया था कि हमको इस मुद्दे को उठाने की इजाजत दी जाए। मैं जरूर सत्ता पक्ष की तरफ से जो भी जवाब देगा उसकी बात को हम सुनेंगे, लेकिन उन्होंने यहां पर वादा खिलाफी की है। जो कुछ भी वादे किए थे उन्होंने अपने वादे को पूरा नहीं किया है। ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण। लोकतंत्र चलता है तो विश्वसनीयता के आधार पर चलता है। सबसे बड़ा आधार स्वस्थ लोकतंत्र का होता है परस्पर विश्वास। लेकिन मैं समझता हूं कि आज जो बात उन्होंने आपके समक्ष कही है कि नहीं मैं सुनूंगा, आज उन्होंने हमारी बात यहाँ नहीं सुनी है और वॉकआउट इस समय किया है, मैं समझता हूँ। दूसरी चीज, जहां तक हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी और साथ ही साथ अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति मिस्टर ट्रंप के बीच बातचीत का प्रश्न है, यह सच है कि जून के महीने में अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के बीच बातचीत हुई थी। लेकिन हमारे विदेश मंत्री श्री जयशंकर प्रसाद जी ने स्टेटमेंट देते समय यह पूरी तरह से अध्यक्ष महोदय स्पष्ट कर दिया, कहा कि कश्मीर के मुद्दे पर राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप के साथ कोई बातचीत नहीं हुई है। मैं समझता हूं कि इससे ऑथेंटिक स्टेटमेंट और किसी दूसरे का नहीं हो सकता। इसलिए मैं सर्वाधिक ऑथेंटिक स्टेटमेंट से जयशंकर प्रसाद जी का मानता हूं, क्योंकि जिस समय मोदी जी और मिस्टर ट्रंप के बीच बातचीत हो रही थी तो स्वयं हमारे विदेश मंत्री श्री जयशंकर प्रसाद जी उसमें मौजूद थे। और मैं यह भी अध्यक्ष महोदय मैं यह भी स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं कि कश्मीर के सवाल पर किसी की मध्यस्थता स्वीकार करने का कोई प्रश्न ही नहीं खड़ा होता, क्योंकि हम इस सच्चाई को जानते हैं कि यदि यह निश्चित रूप से शिमला समझौते की मंशा के सर्वथा विपरीत होगा, इसलिए किसी की मध्यस्थता को स्वीकार करने का कोई औचित्य नहीं। यह बात तो अपनी जगह पर है अध्यक्ष महोदय, लेकिन मैं यह भी स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं, कश्मीर के सवाल पर हम इसलिए भी किसी की मध्यस्थता स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि हमारे यह राष्ट्रीय स्वाभिमान का प्रश्न है अध्यक्ष महोदय। हम सब कुछ स्वीकार कर सकते हैं, हम सब चीज से समझौता कर सकते हैं, लेकिन किसी भी सूरत में अपने राष्ट्रीय स्वाभिमान पर के साथ समझौता नहीं कर सकते। और अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं यह भी स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं, पाकिस्तान के साथ यदि बात होगी केवल कश्मीर पर बात नहीं होगी, पाक अधिकृत जम्मू कश्मीर पर भी बात होगी अध्यक्ष महोदय। यह भी मैं दो शब्दों में स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं।
And key bills are listed in today's agenda for consideration and passing in the Lok Sabha. The Unlawful Activities Prevention Amendment Bill 2019 is listed for consideration and passing. This bill aims to further amend the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will also move the Banning of Unregulated Deposit Schemes Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. And besides this, the National Medical Commission Bill 2019 has also been listed for consideration and passing. Union Minister Dr. Harshvardhan will move the bill to provide for a medical education system in our country that improves the access to quality and affordable medical education. It also ensures the availability of adequate and high-quality medical professionals in all parts of the country. All right, let's go back to Panchanan Mishra. Panchanan, talking about Lok Sabha, we saw that, Congress walked out of the House over Donald Trump's remarks for a second day in a row. But, the House did take up the Unlawful Activities Prevention Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. What is expected in the post-lunch session? And I would also like to know from you, that there are deliberations on overextending the budget session. What are your sources telling you?
Aishwarya, in the morning, the Kashmir mediation issue was today also raised. And after that, Congress walked out, and now Defence Minister Rajnath Singh replied regarding all the situation, and he clarified that what was the circumstances, and there was no such offer was given. So this was the issue which was related to this Kashmir mediation, and also after that, question answers was also there. And certain bills which are being discussed here. The first of all, Lok Sabha has taken this Unlawful Activities Bill, which is currently right now is being discussed, and this is an important bill which is related to national security. And in this bill, there is one major provision that individual person can also be designated terrorist in place of terrorist organizations. So this is a very important bill. And also after that, there is a bill related to National Medical Commission, which is very much regulator of entire medical education in the country. But as you ask about extension of the parliament, so yesterday we got the signals regarding from the government side that the parliament session is now going to be extended for 10 working days. It means 2 weeks. So it's now looking very certain that there will be an extension, and officially it will be announced on the floor of the houses. So we are now going to see that there will be a parliament session up to 9th of August. Ashwarya.
All right. Thank you so much, Panchanan, for all those updates there on the budget session. And let's get to some other news now. The H.D. Kumaraswamy-led Congress-JDS coalition government collapsed on Tuesday after it lost the trust vote in Karnataka Assembly, ending the nearly 3-week-long high political drama in the state. H.D. Kumaraswamy managed to get only 99 votes in comparison to the 105 votes for the BJP. After losing the trust vote, which missed a couple of deadlines, Kumaraswamy submitted his resignation to Governor Vajubhai Vala. The resignation was accepted with immediate effect, but Kumaraswamy was asked to continue as the caretaker chief minister till alternative arrangements are made. And BJP leader B.S. Yediyurappa described the outcome as a victory for democracy. He assured the people of Karnataka that an era of development would start with the BJP in power. The BJP is expected to stake claim to form the government in the state today.
It is the victory of the democracy. People were fed up with the Kumaraswamy government. I want to assure the people of Karnataka, new era of development will start now onwards.
Meanwhile, two independent MLAs urged the Supreme Court to allow them to withdraw their plea, seeking its direction to the State Assembly Speaker K.R. Ramesh Kumar to conduct forthwith the floor test on a trust motion moved by the H.D. Kumaraswamy government. And the government has extended the deadline for the filing of income tax returns by individuals for the financial year 2018-19 to 31st of August from 31st of July. In an official release, Finance Ministry said the decision has been taken after it was reported that some of the taxpayers are facing difficulties in filing their income tax returns due to various reasons, including the extension of the due date for the issue of Form 16 for the assessment year 2019-20. And on to the other top story this afternoon. The IMF on Tuesday projected 7 and 7.2% GDP growth for India for 2019 and 2020 respectively. Now, this is a downward revision of 0.3% for both the years as compared to the IMF's previous projections earlier this year. However, India will still be the fastest growing major economy in the world and much ahead of China, said the Washington-based global financial institution. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will release the biography of former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar today. The book, Chandrasekhar, the last icon of ideological politics, has been written by Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman Harivansh and research scholar Ravi Dutt Bajpai. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu will be the chief guest at the event, and Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, opposition leader of Rajya Sabha Ghulam Nabi Azad, will also attend the function. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has said that there were 40 different terrorist groups operating in his country. He added that successive governments in Pakistan did not tell the truth to the US, in particular in the last 15 years. He was addressing Capitol Hill in the US. Khan explained to the lawmakers that the Pakistani governments were not in control. Imran Khan was on a 3-day US tour.
I thought Pakistan should stay neutral. And I'll tell you why I thought Pakistan should stay neutral. We had created these jihadi groups in the 80s. We had indoctrinated them in the idea of jihad, that foreign occupation in Afghanistan, it was a religious duty to fight them. So all these groups, including Al-Qaeda, had arrived in Pakistan. Now comes 9/11, then the US invades Afghanistan. And now we are trying to tell these same groups who had close links with the Pakistan army, because they were created by the Pakistan army, now we are telling them that no, it's because the good guys are there, it's no longer jihad. Now, obviously, a lot of them turn against the Pakistan army.
The top international focus after winning the Conservative Party's leadership race, Boris Johnson will take over as UK's next Prime Minister today. He is scheduled to meet the Queen at the Buckingham Palace, where he will be invited to form the new government. He is also expected to announce a senior cabinet posts, including the Chancellor of the Exchequer and Home Secretary. Theresa May congratulated her successor, promising him her full support from the backbenches. After his victory, Johnson said that his priorities were to deliver Brexit and unite the country.
And I know Sam Wagg has already pointed out that deliver, unite and defeat was not the perfect acronym for an election campaign, since unfortunately it spells dud. But they forgot the final E, my friends, E for energise. And I say to all the doubters, dude, we are going to energise the country. We're going to get Brexit done on October the 31st. We're going to take advantage of all the opportunities that it will bring in a new spirit of can-do.
And US President Donald Trump also tweeted his congratulations to Boris Johnson. And that's the wrap on this edition of Midday News. Thanks so much for your time.